We can call this a freestyle off the cuff, if you will. But we are here, August 17th, 2026. If you're following along, if you're thinking about moving to a big city, new town, and I'm a lot older, I'm in my 40s, and so I started this way later. Lived in one place pretty much all of my life, 40 years in one place. I got stagnant and I said, it's time to move on. It's time to try something different. Tried some businesses there, but over there, you barely drive past a half hour. And just my little bit of time here, I'm in Atlanta now. My gym is a half hour away. I remember guys back home, we want to go out somewhere to hang out. And we say, hey, let's go down there. Man, that's like a 20-minute drive. That's like a 25-minute drive. We're not trying, which is just crazy to me now, seeing how much I drive every day. And that was one of the things that I'm seeing going from small place to big place. Things haven't been working out well. My my marketing, my networking, my strategies haven't been working, and that's on me. I got to figure out what I'm doing. I follow the Alex Harmozis, the Myron Goldens, the Dan Martells, and I know that something's going to click. And on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, uh, I've switched and said, hey, now we're just going to follow the build. I believe that there's going to be a positive because I have to keep going. I can get maniacal about some stuff and just keep getting at it. I just have to find the right thing to get at. I have to figure out there's something that's missing in this little piece, but it's been frustrating this whole time because it has not worked. I came here, I think, in the few months leading up to coming here and then finally moving and then being here. I spent $10,000, $11,000 of the money that I had saved up, hired a coach, and that didn't go too well. Decent dude, I guess, in all aspects, but something was going on that whatever they were showing me, I didn't feel it was working. It's not doing anything. And so I have to try different strategies. Some things work, some things don't. And so something was going on there, spending money on getting the car fixed. I drove all the way across. My first 2 months here in in Atlanta, I figured let me go to all the networking events that I can. Let me go jump out because that's what it is. You got to meet the right people. And so I'm going to different places. I'm trying things out. I'm going to the Black Chamber. I'm going to different counties. And I must have been going to 5 a week, sometimes 6 a week, meeting people, getting phone numbers, emailing. And, if any of you guys have moved to a big city, you guys will know more than I do or know better than me. Not everyone is always going to say or do, excuse me, not everyone's always going to do what they say. And a few people, they've reached back out and I've met some decent folk. And I've also met some goofy people that I'm not going to be around anymore. Thankfully, I'm old enough that I can recognize these patterns as opposed to being like 20 something and getting caught up in all this. But all in all, it hasn't worked. It hasn't been a positive thing. And what's the value of this video? Value is maybe there's somebody out there in my position, in my shoes, that's moved recently, took a risk, has taken a risk to get out there and jump out and say, hey, I have this desire. It has to come from somewhere. And I think maybe God is guiding me towards something, but I'm not sure what it is. It's not just going to fall in your lap. And I don't think because something is difficult that it means that it's not meant to happen. But I think, let's say it's going to be harder than I thought it was going to be. And the plan is not what I wanted it to be. It's not working out, which is okay. Very few plans go 100% accordingly. And so we're going to deal with that. We're going to keep trying. We're going to keep getting at it. I've learned lessons here. Three of them that I've learned here. Number one, don't just go randomly to any kind of event or group. Try to find a place that you want to be at and curate those areas. Because there's tons of places you can just waste your time running around. But if you want to get in the proper rooms, do a little more research. I figured somebody will be anywhere because I deal with financial coaching, the behavioral coaching. I'm like, doesn't matter if I'm in a real estate meeting or if I'm in a tech meeting, they all have money and they all need to deal with it. There's certain ways that I have to approach that a little bit better, and I'm working on that. Lesson number two was don't spend all of your savings when you get here. Yes, as an entrepreneur, we take risks. That's the goal of it. But you still have to be realistic. You still have to pay your rent. You're not going to be sleeping in the van. If need be, I will, but I'm hoping it doesn't come to that. Don't try to just deplete the savings expecting to get that client right away. It may work out good, but be realistic too. You do need some income coming in so you don't drain all of that. Thank God nothing happened to my car, because if I had to use all the money that I had, whatever little bit was left, I wouldn't have been able to pay the rent. I would have had to fix the car because I'm not going to get anywhere. And I don't know the bus system and all that well enough. I'd have figured it out. So lesson two would be, even if you got a little bit of money left over, get a little work coming in, because things are always going to cost more than we think they are. And they're always going to take longer than we think they're going to take. And I'm living that out right now. I figured I got 2 or 3 months worth of living. I'll get out there. All I need to find is a couple clients, and boom, and I charge enough and they'll start working with me. Not at all what happened, but that's okay. These are the lessons you got to learn. Lesson number 3 was stay focused on what the plan is. The path may change, but the goal is still the same. You still want to get there. You might have to just take a couple different roads to do that. And what I mean by that is, yeah, you're going to go get a job. Things are going to change. The plan is going to get tossed off a little bit. But don't all of a sudden say, you know what? Maybe we'll just try something different. We'll just hang out here. Stay focused. Maybe you might have to change the business. But the goal is being a business owner and creating something that you can give to this world. So stick to that. Don't get too comfortable, because sometimes that's the balance there. Getting the work and coming in, money coming in can get you to relax too much. So use that as the cushion, but stay driven about what you want. This is what I'm learning right now. Because I know this can happen. Even if I get like a semi-decent job and I know how much I need to live on, that's my job, is what I teach people. I know how much I need to live on, how much I want to save, how much I want to put towards advertising when the time is right, etc. When all of that is well and done and plenty of money is coming in, the tendency is to just kind of relax a little bit, because you're not pushing as hard, because you have money coming in. You're able to save now. You're able to start putting stuff away. Be careful with that, that doesn't happen to you. But we're going to keep getting at it. I firmly believe that this is something that people need out here. People need financial behavioral coaching. It's not a math thing. Plenty of guys out there make good money. They don't have anything to show for it. It's just being spent everywhere. They're unclear on what to do. I just can't give up on the side that, because they don't know me, it's not the easiest thing to open up and talk to people about. So that is my goal, is to keep at it. For how long, I don't know, but I got to go at it. It's very frustrating. And if you're in that position too, we're in the same boat, hang in there. Because if you don't do it and you try something else, you're just going to be frustrated again. You know that nagging feeling in your head that even got you started on this to begin with. So just try different things, though. Go about it different ways. Don't just stay rigid necessarily. Maybe something different. But if the goal is give some sort of value to this world as an entrepreneur, you want to fix some stuff, you want to give, you want to teach, then just try to find a different way. And that's my message here with all of this. But I got to stick to the plan too. If I coach folks to stay with a plan, come up with a clear plan and try to stick with it with some variations, that's what I got to do. So for the next 5, 6, 7 months, I'm going to have to be picking up whatever kind of work I can, picking up my skills. I'm working on a couple projects to get better at certain things that will improve my value. Stay the path and be encouraged on that. If you guys watch this to the end, I appreciate you. If not, you will never know. All right, we'll catch you guys on the next one.